You don't technically need this car. You say that out loud to yourself. You say, I have no space. You say, I'm just looking. Then you click. Then you zoom in on photo number 87 and whisper, oh no. Then you text a friend, the one who always enables you. You say to yourself, this is the last one, knowing it is not. You don't need this car. But maybe, just maybe, this car needs you. Bring a trailer. It's never just a car.
Once upon a mundane morning, Barb's day got busy without warning. A realtor in need of an open house sign. No, 50 of them, and designed before 9.
My head hurts.
Any mighty tools to help with this plight? Aha! Barb made her move. She opened Canva and got in the groove.
Bulk creating Canva sheets. Create 50 signs fit for suburban streets.
Done in a click, all complete.
Sweet!
Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at canva.com.
Sweat moves you forward. Degree Antiperspirant is here to make sure it never holds you back. Clocking in, sweat. Lunch meeting, sweat. Biking home, sweat. Degree Advanced is for the hustlers who put in the sweat. The world's #1 antiperspirant with up to 72-hour sweat and odor protection. Degree, here for sweat. Try it today.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Buzz, beautiful people. Good evening. Happy Monday to you all. Yes, it is your girl, the sweetest ooze here, wrestling with honey on behalf of Women's Wrestling Talk, running the ship today. And if you didn't know, Women's Wrestling Talk is the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. And we are about to get into some stories for today. But of course, you know, we don't do this alone. I always got a pack of wolves. I got my wolf pack with me today. I like to call these guys my wolf pack for sure. And of course, to kick it off, we do ladies first. I got the Stone Cold Miss Courtney Rice, Timeless Elite in the house. What is up, mama? How you doing? How you feeling?
Happy Monday. It has been a fun Monday. Yesterday, not so much because the Dolphins were bad. Yesterday, it was very, very bad. And as much as I can't stand Buffalo, they picked up the win. They're 1-0, but we're just chugging. We're chugging away because we got New England this week. But, you know, still love them no matter what. But doing pretty good on a Monday.
Yeah, it definitely was a trying Sunday for some teams. I, however, cannot say the same for myself. This terrible towel was terribly waving like a helicopter after yesterday's game, which was a success. But of course, you know, we love our sports. And another one who indulges in some sports from time to time. I know he doesn't always watch, but he technically confessed that he did. And I'm actually pretty happy about that. So let's talk about it. Of course, you know, my other half, my tag team partner right here is the councilman with his own terrible towel here as well. The councilman Will Farrell is joining us. How are you, my brother?
I'm good because my team won. You know, don't use your T-shirt. If you know, you know. Them fans could have won if you did your watch along Saturday, Courtney. You know, you didn't have Courtney collision, so the weekend didn't start off.
Courtney,
you know what I'm saying? They didn't have it.
Courtney collision. I think that's something that needs to be put on a shirt. Courtney, you better bank on that.
Oh my god!
And of course, and I'm actually very happy to get this with us because he is here. And he is not just going to appear. Instead, we will introduce him properly. And you know him as the mayor of Vice City. Mr. Ced is in the building. How are you today, sir? Happy Monday. Glad to have you with us.
That's a way better interest than I normally get from the leader of this so-called brand. Let me first say, if your team is not 1-0, don't talk to me.
Period.
Don't talk to me at all.
Yes,
that's all I'll say about that.
I mean, I I would definitely like to touch up upon your happiness with that, but of course there will be a Pachu close by listening who's very, very depressed and sad about yesterday's antics with the Commanders and Giants. So it was a good game, though. Good
Oh, the
game.
mayor is happy. The
Very
mayor's
well
here on a Monday night mayor. He'll be here on a CEO Wednesday. He'll be doing Thursday night football with the Commanders and Packers. It's a great week.
Yes.
Phenomenal week.
Definitely.
Won, so.
and then we got Worlds Collide Friday. I mean, this September's shaping up to be a great month.
That card is shaping up to be something crazy.
It's really kicking it up for the fall, and it's just like, okay, like business continues to pick up. But before we begin, I will want to add, if you guys are new here to the chat, let us know where you guys are from, where you're repping, country, city, what have you. The super chats are enabled, so make sure you guys continue to support the show and donate, whether it's $1, $2, $5, doesn't matter. Just support the panel and support the things we got going on so we could keep this ship rolling as usual. So yeah, guys, I'm not sure which one to get into first. I know Raw is pretty fresh on our minds right now, so we'll just let that settle, let the dust settle from that.
I do got something to bring up. Can we take a second that we saw John Cena for the last time on SmackDown?
Bro, that's a statement.
Can we take that in?
Let's
Oh, we're not gonna see John on Friday nights no more
ever again. That's it.
Like, we didn't really talk about it like on Friday's show, but like really, like, that was it.
Yeah, it's bittersweet. I would say this is probably one of the most bittersweet retirement runs that we are witnessing as of right with John Cena. We know the history he has had from starting on SmackDown in that same arena, from appearing in front of Kurt Angle as his challenger, as the prototype, becoming the ruthless, therefore kicking off the ruthless aggression era, and of course being the John Cena that we know and love today. Real quick before we get into the other stories, since you brought it up, Councilman, what are there any memories of John Cena that come to mind as far as the history of John Cena being on SmackDown? Any favorites in particular for you?
I'm gonna say when he introduced the U.S. spinner belt, I was like, we got something here with this guy. I don't care what nobody say. That U.S. spinner belt was hard to me.
I think that's a lot of people's favorites for a lot of different reasons. I can't say I agree. It's not my favorite belt, but we did have this discussion on Kayfabe podcast in regards to that title. So make sure y'all go check that out. Courtney, any Cena moments from SmackDown that come out or stick out to you as far as the history and the fact that we're never going to see him on Fridays ever again?
There's so many moments. I'm taking a trip down memory lane on this. I mean, outside of winning the U.S. title, I gotta go with the parking lot brawl he had with Eddie on SmackDown. That was actually pretty good. When that match, that was pretty fire. And then also, this was after JBL, him and JBL had an I Quit match after Judgment Day, and he was playing that video after JBL playing that promo saying he quit, and I just was cracking up so much because he had to play that over saying I quit, and it was just too funny. That was many highlights on SmackDown.
For sure. Said, any John Cena moments worth remembering for you from SmackDown specifically?
Honestly, the John Cena SmackDown era wasn't an era I was really watching, at least not the weekly shows. I was always watching the PLEs back then. But I mean, there's too many names, but I will shout out the long-term booking. 10 years to the date of Sami Zayn challenging him for the U.S. title, and they paid that for it. And that's really big for them to actually do all the callbacks the right way. Like that, like we can talk about how maybe we're dropping the ball with Sami Zayn. To me, that's a crowning moment for him to even get a date. Like, that's huge. And to pay it forward with how John Cena put over the U.S. title open challenge, I think that was beautifully done.
Yeah, I thought that was totally a full circle moment. I was not expecting that. And they literally went on for like a full hour-long match practically. and shut it down. A match that didn't end, by the way. It was
Telling you that.
very, very good cliffhanger too, because we know the history Brock has with both of those men. So I thought that was very, very interesting.
John can go an hour. Don't sleep on my gauntlet idea. Don't sleep.
I was
Saturday
like,
night
yo,
main
listen,
event. Like,
listen, if it ain't Brock or Rock,
send like 15 of them boys out. Everybody get a turn. Like,
I'll take the gauntlet.
They could all get this work before you go.
All of them. All of them.
You just mentioned it too. JBL back. So
and he's been hunting. He's been around in the scene.
He's been
showing up at
lurking.
different promotions and lurking and stuff like that. I will say real quickly, I think my favorite John Cena. It's so funny because John Cena wasn't my favorite at the time. I was pretty much ribbing on my little brother who was a big fan of Cena. But if I had to look back at Cena's catalog and his history of SmackDown, I'm going to 2002 with the emergence of the Doctor of Thugonomics.
Woo!
Battles every week and the word life and the bars and the lines he came up with and the puns and even some of the sketchy and kind of crude things he said, in regards to a lot of the raps that he would do. I just feel like it was so fresh and original and different for someone like him to be able to push that kind of a boundary and still come out being Super Cena and being that Make-A-Wish character after all of that. I don't think that's something that just anybody can do. So I would have to say Dr. of Thugonomics was definitely my favorite.
if I'm being honest, I don't think Cena was I don't think a lot of people were fans of Cena during the real Super Cena days. I know I wasn't. It was tough to watch that stuff because it was like everybody was getting built up just to get beat by Cena. It was a very hard watch. But I'll draw parallels to like this final lap and Cena's career to like Kobe Bryant's. Like I wasn't there during it. Like I wasn't a fan during it, but like I respect it so much that it's good to see.
Yes. Yeah, so much so, like to the point where even if Cena like it feels like that kind of retirement that he's going to get. It's like literally the perfect retirement on your terms, how you wanted it. Mamba out. Drop mic.
But I will say, I like the Super Cena era. Not for him, but because of what it made everybody else. Like that was prime Edge. Like you would not have gotten the Edge we know today.
That rated R superstar Edge.
Yes, Randy Orton. Like we would not have voices in my head.
2009 punting
him versus Shawn Michaels WrestleMania.
Shawn Michaels, Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler would not have catapulted to a world champion status. Not going up against him.
Yep. You got guys like also Rey Mysterio. You got guys like Batista, JBL. Like there's so many down the list. That was perfect. Even with Cena going against the Authority. You know what I mean? And Triple H and everything like that.
It was like they turned him into Floyd Mayweather.
Out on bail, first out of jail, California dreaming.
I didn't mean to do that. Not that.
Wow.
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, what that doesn't put anything. I thought it was Dion trying to mess up the timeline again. I thought it was Dion trying to mess up my timeline, so we ain't having that. But yeah. So
oh my god.
Well, apparently you enjoy that timeline, according to him.
Well, we'll get into that later this week because I'm gonna have some words for Mr.
Yeah,
I got some things to say, and I'm gonna save it for him. So we'll wait till then for Kayfabe Podcast. But in the meantime, we got a lot of other things to talk about real quick before the night is up. And that's, of course, why you guys are here. Shout out to everybody who's already in the chat. I see you guys. Appreciate you guys. Let's get it started. So based on the title, that history has been made. And history is being made in women's wrestling in every promotion. And one that we would like to highlight specifically first, of course, is Ashe Wrestling. Charity King, the brand new inaugural and becoming the first ever Ashe Women's Champion at Ashe 11 on September 6th from the Slingshot Social Game Club in Charlotte, North Carolina. The event aired on YouTube and had a very, very long list of array of amazing matches, including the likes of Cedric Alexander and Ian Maxwell, Darius Lockhart and Josh C. Also, you have Maya World defeating Aaliyah James. But this one definitely took the cake. Want to do a quick shout out for Miss Charity King. Did any of you guys get to see this event specifically or see the news surrounding this with the new inaugural women's champion of Ashe Wrestling?
I saw the news and a couple of clips. It's historic. Enjoy it for now.
Well, yeah, some would say, right? Some would say, but of course, we wanted to highlight Miss Charity King and give her flowers as she was bestowed upon her when she won her brand new title. She definitely put in the work for that. So we like to highlight her and her story. But with a lot of stories, there's always a villain origin story. And apparently, as soon as this kicked off, and I'm sure Ced will be very happy with where this will lead, we had a very interesting tweet from a certain Mercedes Monet saying, well, with the picture of Charity King holding the Ashe title. Ced, would you like to speak on this tweet by Mercedes?
Let's skip the casualties. We don't got to belabor this. We know what the fuck is going on. We know what's going to happen. I can only say, as a member of this illustrious brand, that I'm glad that the professor will be on the call when he sees the history-making 10th belt be collected. That's all I'll say about that.
All right. Well, of course, that's clearly not a prediction from you, right? That's clearly a spoiler from you. Ced?
Shine it up. We got a little extra space on the waist to put that belt.
Courtney, what are your thoughts about Mercedes?
Can we marinate this for a minute? Like, Ashe is the premier black for us by us wrestling brand.
Yes, it is.
And Mercedes Monet is looking to make a stop in that brand, to elevate that brand. We know about it because of the professor. Can we just, as much flack as y'all give Mercedes, that's powerful.
It is.
It appears there.
It is.
Listen, you're not hearing any objection from me. I will give that to Mercedes. I understand the concept of what she's doing and what she meant when she first arrived, saying that she's here to build and elevate this women's division. And boy, I don't think that she meant holding 9, almost 10 titles in every promotion and just rocking the house every time. So I will give her that respect. Courtney, what are your thoughts in this move by Mercedes? And do you think that Charity King will be ready?
She will be ready. And even Mercedes said this on the first week of residency. When she did her celebration, she said to every person carrying a belt, she is gunning for them. But Charity will be ready. I believe that. I mean, I said this last week. I'm not going to discredit Mercedes. Even when I started doing watch-alongs for AEW, she has put on banger of matches. And also, being at Ashe Wrestling, that would actually be pretty cool because not only that, it has done before, because Bishop Khan also holds one of the belts at Ashe as well. And also having a female from AEW, that would also bring a lot of presence to the wrestling promotions, because obviously we've had Cedric Alexander come in, but having that presence of her being there, that would be very astounding. And we did see her at Athena's promotion in Texas over the summer.
Yeah, so I would definitely say that business is about to pick up on a whole nother level, especially with Ashe Wrestling. Ced, you look like you have something else to say.
No. Courtney was just walking a very fine line. I was just making sure everything was in bounds.
Walking the fine line? No, I'm trying to be nice, and it's Monday. I'm trying. I'm not
making sure she didn't teeter off that tightrope too much now.
I was not gonna teeter. I was actually give a compliment, because if you watch my watch-alongs, I do give her compliments.
Hey, this is what the wrestling biz is all about right here, making history, having first of all, the for us by us and everything. It's just, just understand this clearly. when Ashe hits again and you hear and it's 10 belts, Monet, I don't want to hear nothing. Nothing
I don't want
from
to hear nothing about no creative control. Oh, she's bad for wrestling. I don't want to hear none of that.
Nothing.
All right. Well, I can't make any promises on that, but I will try.
Never say never. But
yeah, we're in a business. We're in
Two
a
types of
business.
slander we don't accept on WWT is that's Mercedes slander and Big Grande slander. We don't do Big Grande slander.
That's what we're not gonna do.
Listen. Regarding Grande, you talk about luchadors. Yeah, there's a luchador in AEW that could give him a run for his money. Yeah.
Who?
Bandito. Huh. You think I'm crazy?
Oh shit!
Bandito can give him a run for his money.
Yo, Courtney. I know it's funny as fuck, but woo shit!
I'm not being funny. I'm being serious.
Well, let me choke on this rice over here. Oh my god!
I ain't never seen Bandito sing to the Mexican audience. I ain't seen no sing-alongs, nothing like that. I don't know.
He doesn't have to. The fans love him, and also he's going to be at CMLL this week.
I mean, that's great for him. You know where El Grande Americano has been?
Everywhere.
Big Grande about to start doing concerts. Like
when has he had some gold? Let me know when he has some gold because Bandito
he been wrestling for like damn near 100 years. What do you need to go for?
40s, okay,
this is a labor of love.
Years. Oh god,
championships for decades. Okay, he didn't had this when we were still swimming in our daddy's nutsacks. He was carrying titles. Okay. He's so good. He don't need a title. He's like, listen, if I'm so humble, I could have went for Seth's belt. But I didn't because I have a mission to make luchador wrestling great again. And now that he's gotten with the real greatest luchador, Dominic Mysterio, it's like, yo, AAA stock just went up.
And we're gonna appreciate 25 years of Trish. We gotta put some respect on Big Grande now. Ain't nobody did it this long.
We'll get to Big Grande. We'll get to Big Grande for sure because he did make an appearance on Raw, and we do have to cover that. But let's talk about continuing to make that herstory. I want to talk about this girl right here. AJ Lee apparently has new merch, and apparently I've been seeing a lot of reports that her merch has sold out already, or pretty much is selling out pretty much with less than 24 hours. It is sold out, confirmed. Okay. Well, AJ Lee has merch that was sold out. So if you didn't get your hands on it, sorry. You missed the ship. Too bad for you. And if y'all did order it, prepare for that back order to be a long time. So but yeah, what do you guys think about the impact of AJ Lee since her return? I know you guys did the show on Friday covering it. I unfortunately did not do a watch along for this. And I literally screamed in my pillow the moment she arrived because I'm like, could have did watch along for that, but it's all good. I'm glad to be able to still witness the comeback. I'm still glad it happened, even though we talked all that mess that we did and said that it could be a swerve. They could be playing us. We weren't sure, but I'm glad that we got the confirmation. And to honestly hear her music was a breath of fresh air. And it was just like awesome. So, but what do we think about AJ Lee merch selling out in less than 24 hours, Councilman?
Did you expect anything else?
No, absolutely not. I know I didn't.
Listen, I've been, how long has CM Punk been back?
3 years.
For 3 years, I have been pumping. When is your wife coming back? When is your wife coming back? When I be talking shit about this man, what do I always say? The only reason why I care you here, when your wife coming back? And what happened? Right there. Are we surprised at this? Are we surprised that she got 130 million views? 150 now in 24 hours.
No.
Remember, if you love women's wrestling, she is one of the prime reasons why you do.
Like she said tonight, she is your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler.
The girl
that includes all of the horsewomen. All of
they
them.
got a whole stadium to chant therapy, which is what all of them need anyway.
Hello. Hello. That was a moment. That was a moment for sure. But yeah, so what a way for AJ Lee to just come back and cause the WWE universe to completely crash out and lose their absolute shit in her return. Speaking of someone else who absolutely crashed out and lost her shit in regards to this return.
One more thing too, we also heard that AJ Lee's grandfather used to wrestle with El Grande Americano just to expand his greatness. Just to let you know, I just want connected. It's all connected. It's all connected. I'm just letting y'all know. They were a tag team up there in Jersey in the 60s.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna need somebody to send me some footage because I want to see that. Some of the old clips of that. But yeah, like as I said, speaking of crashing out, Naomi took to Twitter and completely let loose on the return of AJ Lee. We obviously know the closeness between those two that they share. They've been in the division together since the very beginning of their time, from starting in NXT and everything. What do you think of some of the responses and some of the tweets that Naomi dropped, Courtney? Some of them were pretty damn funny about like Big Jim going to sleep with the fleas or something tonight. I was hysterical. But what did you think of Naomi's crash out on X?
Well, I think you could tell they're definitely going to have a one-on-one when she comes back. And also with the fact, too, they mentioned 15 years ago, they debuted at NXT at the same time, which was very awesome to do and talk about a throwback. But I could definitely see them having a one-on-one match, having promos together. I can imagine the shots they'll take back and forth, especially if one of them takes a shot at one of their respective husbands. That would be very interesting. But also seeing like how close they are, because at that time they both started off together. Obviously, Naomi did Total Divas, and we did see AJ make some interesting comments regarding Total Divas at that time. But also, it's very interesting to see and just a breath of fresh air. But I just can't wait for Naomi to come back and just really take some shots. The backstage segments, the promos in the ring, the chemistry they have in matches together. I just want to see it, but it's going to be fun between the two of them.
Yeah, definitely fun. Any fellas, any thoughts on the crash out of Naomi on Twitter after AJ appeared?
Keep that woman flooded in banner fee, and everybody will be safe.
And fuck you, Big Jim.
Oh, you can literally see how much of a generation of talents that AJ Lee inspired, how many careers she literally spanned and touched. So it's good to see. Even people that were there with her admired her work. So it's good to have her back.
Indeed. Yeah. Councilman, I want to pose this one to you. Naomi proceeds to say on one of these tweets, those SmackDown newbies don't deserve to share a locker room with AJ. If I was there, I would throw them heifers bags in the hallway, quote unquote, proceed with caution sign. Between that and Roxanne's response to AJ Lee's return, saying it's probably the greatest women's return of all time, which one are you siding with? Are you crashing out like Naomi, or are you on the side of your client?
Let's say you be trying this. You try to put me in these predicaments where it's like, oh, am I going to go against the Black Queen, or am I going to go against my client? But you see,
not my intention.
Your humble councilman is always going to be able to pivot. Okay,
never my intention.
I choose both. Is what I do. Don't none of the women in that SmackDown locker room deserve it. Okay, let's face it. You know what? The only one in there that deserve it. Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Chelsea Green.
Okay.
That's it. Everybody else, get your ass out the locker room. Do like the Miz, change in the hallway. No, matter of fact, no, y'all women don't do that. Don't do that.
That's wrong.
That is so wrong.
Go to another locker room. Go to
another locker room.
Go to another locker room.
Don't be in the hallway doing that. Don't do that.
No, those days are over.
Yeah. Go to another locker room. But that's it. It's just 3 of them. That's it. Everybody else, like in the terms of AJ, y'all just got here. Jay just got here. You know what I'm saying? Tiffy just got here. That's my client too, but she just got here. Nia Jax just got here. You know what I'm saying? And as far as what my client said, duh. Like Trish already came back. It was okay because she came back several times. Who else is gonna give this pop outside of? Matter of fact, Saraya can't do because she came back already. Then she left again. AJ Lee was gone for a whole decade. She literally is the opposite of her husband. Was chanted for 10 years of like, yo, when your wife coming back? When is AJ Lee coming back? Yo, all this is cool. When is AJ Lee coming back?
Yeah.
How many of the women of all of these generations, from the 4 horsewomen to now, if you ask them, like, yo, if you had one match, who would it be? AJ Lee. You remember when we did on Kayfabe, when we do our fantasy bookings, who did I say to have it stand and deliver? Yo, wouldn't it be fly if it was Roxanne versus AJ?
Yeah.
The woman is part of another one along with Paige that created a division we got here today. Only Carmella wanted to wrestle Nikki Bella. Nobody said, hey, I would love for Nikki to come back and get in the ring. No one asked me.
Said anybody else in particular besides the names that Councilman mentioned that you would like to see potentially going up against AJ Lee, our favorite sweet but psycho weirdo?
Well, we know it's going to be like a very strong run. I think they have big plans for AJ Lee, judging by the merch that's released, by the socials going crazy. I mean, I would want to see. I think the only one I'm really interested in seeing, if I'm being honest, is her and Roxanne eventually, because that's her wrestling mother. That's the only one I really care about. Now, as far as like big returns go, this is huge, but there's one more that will happen, and I think we know what that is. So whenever that happens, after she didn't travel this entire world to wrestle whomever of the 4 horsewomen, we actually get that actual 4 horsewomen match on Maine. I don't even know where the clip is, but cinema.
Well, I'm just glad to be able to kick started off with my favorite horsewoman starting her journey back, and it's gonna be good between them. It already is clearly.
But again, if you see AJ Lee in the ring and you just all of a sudden hear
we're all doing this.
The crazy thing is you get the rights to the song. Like that song, the New Japan song, and she get to bring that character. Oh,
if Tripp let her come out with them belts, yo,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
That would be crazy.
If they let her do that, y'all can't say nothing bad about. Like, if you say anything bad about her, you just don't like women. That's it. Period. That's just it.
Women, just
women in general.
You're not for women's rights.
You're not for women's rights.
We see it clear.
If you
think about it, Mickie James came over with the TNA belt one time, but if she was able to leave AEW, obviously drop the TBS belt and still had representation for all those other belts, like, oh my God. That would be so powerful. I'm thinking about women's wrestling here. That would be so powerful for women's wrestling to showcase that on that type of platform. That'd be huge.
And imagine if you brought all of those into WWE ID because of her.
Yeah,
you know what? I'll double down.
Money just pretty much prints itself.
As long as it doesn't create a conflict of interest. As long as it doesn't. But
I hope it does. I hope it creates a huge conflict of interest. Create it.
Councilman just wants chaos.
I'll add to Rox is my number one, but I would also like to see AJ. I would like to see AJ and Bailey, because that clip's been circulating when Bailey and AJ first met, and also Bird Lady. I think that would be very good for her character right now.
Especially tonight with that match she had with Raquel.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That was a phenomenal match tonight.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a good match.
I was actually very impressed with that too. But we're gonna get into the recap in just a moment. We just have one more crash out to cover.
And can I ask one thing though?
Yes.
Just I make it real quick, just so we do kind of make it even.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind, it still ain't even because of what AAA said. And you can always come home. Courtney, 3 women on AEW. If they had to go to WWE right now so they can face AJ, which 3 would you want to see go over there just so they can face her?
I got my 3. Go ahead, Courtney.
No, because there's so many other women I can really think of this. Julia Hart, I would love to see against AJ. Julia Hart is one. And I can't believe I'm saying this. If she does come home, Toni Storm. Toni. I was going to say Harley, but I have to switch my third pick. I'm actually going to go with Jamie Hayter.
Okay. Honey?
I was going to say Willow.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like saying Mercedes is so easy. It's too easy. So I'm going to say Queen Aminata.
I like that.
And I'm going to say Toni Storm.
The fact none of y'all said a thing to make me know y'all don't like black women.
I was just thinking about that. I was gonna say Athena, Toni, Mercedes are the.
Wow, I didn't even think
because that would have been too
crazy.
easy.
The forever champion that just in 1,000 days. Neither one of y'all thought about her.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I blame fake TK.
I have a feeling we're being set up for Courtney, but
I know it's like that because that would have been too easy.
It is.
It ain't about being easy. It was y'all question. This is your fantasy booking.
It was your question to us, and we just gave you an answer off the fly. But I am also holding the keys to today's show, so we have to go to the next story. Next crash out and final crash out we will be covering, at least I think so. Ronda Rousey has had a lot to say.
Next.
You just said next.
I get it.
Next.
It feels like it's been going on for a few days. I'm just curious, like what album rollout is this for? Like what's about to drop?
Right, like what mixtape you gonna drop?
But that's what I'm feeling like. I feel like she's pretty much trying to drop a GNX and it's not working in her favor. It's just coming off kind of she's just coming off very, very angry about a lot of things. And maybe that might, she has a right to her perspective. But in the point of where you're bashing the other women that you shared the locker room with who have done their best to put you over and do things in the ring with you and stuff, to be talking down about the likes of Alexa, not really talking down, but mentioning the likes of Alexa Bliss as to why did I need to be fighting her just because she was selling merch and stuff like that. It didn't really matter. Alexa Bliss was one of the hottest women superstars at that time while you were there. So it was, if anything, it should have been kind of like an honor in that case. But Ronda always had a lot to say, saying that there's no need to go back. Hence, attempting a comeback, being upset, not necessarily being upset, but explaining also that Evolution, they never called her for Evolution 2. But what's going on with Ronda? Is she crashing out as well? Or is she just have a lot to say that she wasn't allowed to say before? Councilman, I'll start with you.
Ronda's just mad because she's not being seen as a pioneer. That's what this is. It's like for some reason you feel like you've lost your relevancy. People are not talking about you no more. No one's inviting you to come back. And it's like the thing is, it's like it's not that people wouldn't want you back. But it's just the fact of too, like, is your attitude and mind in the place it needs to be a part of this machine and not the machine being around you. Mm-hmm. And it's like if you don't have I'm not finna like really down her and stuff like that, but it's like how she was trained and how things came about with her on UFC. Because again, like she's the reason we have a women's UFC, and they put that full thing on her back. And so it's like, yo, that's a lot of pressure. And I understand, especially to carry that. And then when it's like, it's time for you to leave, and then the way you had to leave out is not the way you want to. So then you come to another place where you figure like, this is the same thing that you got to do. And no one gave you any training. And now and now that really shows, because You're talking down on the person to say, like, why do I need to why do I need to wrestle a person like Alexa Bliss because she's selling merch? She also wrestles. She's also been here 4 years. It's not like you're wrestling a newbie or someone that quit. I'm not saying this in a disrespectful way. It's not like you're talking to Maxine Dupree, who's still new to this, who's still learning things, who is still trying to grow and get to where she needs to get to and continues to do so. You're talking about someone who has been to the main show, who has been a part of sold out audiences of over 60,000 people, who has had to have the cheers, who has to have the boos, who has had to have the cut promos, who has had to listen to people talk down on her, who has had to go through the weird stalker shit just like Liv and Rhea has. She's been here to do this. So for you to not even have respect for someone like that lets us know where you're mentally are. And it's like you're really just fighting and punching a brick wall right now. No one's saying that you're a bad person. No one's saying you didn't make history. So it's like, I don't know if it's your punk ass husband telling you that you ain't got enough respect or some shit like that, but you need to check yourself and check him, because you're becoming up now. You coming to sound off real bitter, because for me, I'm not going to speak for everybody else. I wouldn't mind if Ronda came back. If Ronda was willing to put herself through the ropes that she need to be a part of the company and not have the company be wrapped around her. If this is something where you go, hey, man, I'm seeing what the women's division is doing. I'm seeing where all these people are coming back. I would love to be a part of this because I would love to be a part of the division of today. But if you want to come in thinking I'm the baddest chick that can do whatever she wants and say however she wants, and then I want to have this belt, like, nah, it don't work like the UFC, like you get in the ring and just fight somebody.
You saw how long it took Stone Cold Steve Austin to start calling shots and making the plays on his own terms. It's not just handed to you. You got to work for that. You got to earn that. You got to move the needle.
And it's not just earned by fighting. And that's the thing I think she never understood. It's not just by getting in the ring and putting your hands together. You got to know how to sell merch. You got to know how to cut promos. You got to know how to talk to people. You got to know how to promote. You got to know how to be funny. You got to know how to be angry. You got to know how to take the slack when you're a heel, which we saw you couldn't do when you were in your hometown at the Staples Center. I can't believe they're booing me. You're the heel.
And you got to know, and you got to also know how to navigate the crowd in that way, even if there's things that you're not sure of, or if there's things that happen that are unexpected on the fly. We've all seen in real time, Hogan and The Rock flip the crowd a bunch of different times within the match, and The Rock was supposed to be going in as the heel. Technically, it was Hogan who was technically supposed to be the heel because he was Hollywood Hogan, and The Rock was the young buck. You know,
we saw it Friday.
We saw it on Friday.
John. I never expected them to boo Sammy like that. I was like, oh, wow.
Y'all can sit here and try to downplay John Cena's heel turn all you want. One thing he was definitely right about in that heel turn is we ain't shit. We will flip-flop on all those wrestlers. And not for nothing, you have to know how to navigate that. You also have to know how to be able to take constructive criticism, Rhonda. You also have to know how to keep people safe in the ring, Rhonda.
Say it again. Say it again, honey. Say it again.
Like, you have to also know how to be held accountable for mistakes you make, Rhonda. You can't just come. You're not. This isn't WWE coming to UFC for you. This is you from UFC coming to WWE. It's not. They have to adjust to your liking. You have to adjust it. It's the other way around. And I want to pose this question to Courtney. I want to go into the quote that she said. And I really want your thoughts on this, Courtney. So this one's for you. Rhonda says here, quote unquote, while she was in a recent interview with Raj Prasad of Yahoo Sports, she says, I quote unquote, I really have no reason to go back. I wanted to do a run with the 4 horsewomen, and I never got to do that. And now I feel like I've already accomplished everything that I wanted to in WWE. And that's all all that's really left for me is to go there and have fun with my friends. But none of my friends are there anymore, end quote. What do you make of this? Now, we understand that the history of WWE is about have not just, it's not just always about being a part of that royal family, because there's a lot of them that are not. Some like Rhonda who are not part of a third, second, fourth generation wrestling family. But in this regard, do you think Rhonda was just looking at WWE as a fun time and a paycheck to be able to hang out with her friends, according to this quote? Or do you think she even had an inkling to try to take it seriously from the jump?
Not surprised that the NDA hasn't been released on her. This is actually, hey, look, I'm just saying, once that NDA got released, gloves are off. But kind of going a little bit on this, and this is kind of going back to Will's point a bit, because at that time, you were at WWE, but there's a lot of things, and I don't think many people, especially with the IWC narcs of the world, they don't understand when it comes to the wrestling business, you have to start to promote yourself and your brand, and also what vision are you trying to entail. And also with the fact too, and I don't want to say this, I don't want to like be judgmental or anything and make assumptions, but she has to understand not many wrestlers were second or third generation superstars, and some of them had to fight. They had to literally fight and claw their way, whether it be through many hurdles, from injuries, from any resiliencies on so many. Like, there are so many superstars that had to fight to get, like, Matt and Jeff Hardy is a good example, because they came from North Carolina, which is a very small town. And everybody knows a story on how they got into WWE when they were teenagers. The same thing with Chris Jericho. When he was wrestling, his mother passed away. And at that time, he wanted to do that in honor of his mother when he was getting ready to wrestle, and also trying to find different various hustles. And also with the fact, too, I'll give you another one over on the AEW side. Alex Windsor, who I'm learning a lot about, because she tore her ACL when she was wrestling in the independent scene before she was officially signed with AEW, and also being a mother. So that's also things that she has to learn. Like, not everybody is going to give you in a silver platter. You kind of have to work for it. And also at the same time, you have to create opportunities out of nothing. And if you can dish it out, but if you can't take constructive criticism, this is probably not the place for you.
Indeed. Well said. Any final thoughts on Ronda Rousey's crash out?
You can't fool me. Something's about to happen. This is straight out of the Kardashian book of relevance and staying relevant. While she's sour on everything WWE, and it's very clear that she wasn't as fond of doing whatever was asked of her while she was here, despite being given everything, I have to believe in my heart of hearts that Dana would love to cash out on Ronda one final time in UFC. TKO controls both brands, I'm pretty sure. And it doesn't have to be her going into the octagon again to fight, but UFC Hall of Fame bid, something like that, keep your name in the lights. She is putting these quotes out here and trying to get media to remember Ronda Rousey, because something's going to drop soon. Somebody's going to promote her accolades in the past, stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets like a UFC Hall of Fame fight, bid, something like that in the near future.
Mayor.
Very interesting.
Or don't be surprised, Ronda Rousey is all elite.
Don't you do? I knew you were gonna go there.
No,
you know what? She did the Ring of Honor match with Marina, and it wasn't bad. And she also wrestled at PWG here in LA, which people thought was way beneath her to do that type of indie show. So I thought, like, hey, you're gonna give back to the business and do like an indie run, promote some of these smaller brands with your name recognition, but then it just stopped. So I don't think she hates pro wrestling. I think she genuinely was divisive with her ideas. She said that they kept dangling the four horsewomen. Well, they did the same thing with the four horsewomen of WWE. They never really got their just due as a foursome. So the women that aren't all, if you want to say, like completely full-fledged wrestlers in the four horsewomen of MMA, it's like it takes time, but you never got it. If you want to go to AEW and work with your friend Marina, why not? Shayna's free as well. If you can do that over there and maybe it ties into the Death Riders, like, why not do that? I don't think that's a bad look at all.
Get ready, Courtney. You know, Ronda Rousey.
I mean, that might be fake TK's real ace in the hole, because as we see, if Jack Perry would have never said real glass, AJ Lee might be fighting for one of them Mercedes titles right now, and that ain't happening.
I made a whole video about that. I don't think that's ever going. I don't think it would happen like that. I made a video, the what if scenario. AJ Lee loved WWE way too much. Like she was content with being done.
She fell in love. Like WWE's her heart.
Yeah,
something. I mean, it obviously is. I mean, you meet your husband there. You make amazing friends there. You have a lot of connections you've developed with those people over the years. So I don't know.
She said it tonight. Like, she retired. I was cool. Like, I was good. I went off to do other things. I felt like I did everything I needed to do here in WWE. So it's like, yo, I never would have seen her like walk into an AEW arena just because her husband's there.
I want to read something to y'all really quick, because it was something that I saw that I posted on my stories, and I thought it was very interesting. Just so everybody knows, some little food for thought. AJ Lee left the company in 2015, and this is what we did not have yet: a women's Royal Rumble, a women's Money in the Bank, a women's Elimination Chamber, a women's Hell in the Cell, a women's championship, a women's World Championship, a women's Intercontinental Championship, and women's Tag Team Championship.
We're in that tag.
Can you really tell me, Rhonda, that you did everything you wanted to do in WWE when none of that was barely around while you were here?
Well, to be fair, technically, as they're doing it, she's held both. She's held the women's and the world's after transitioned it over. So technically, she is that champion.
Okay, but we never saw her in like a Hell in the Cell situation, did we?
Yeah, I mean, but that's not something that would entice her just because you saw her fighting style. So that's not something that wrapped around her head. But like, you main evented WrestleMania, so like out of some like for AJ, that's something with everything you just named. For AJ, I would say like, yo, nah, like your story ain't done. For Rhonda can walk away saying like, yo, nah, I did everything I need to, because we know there's a lot of women, just like there's a lot of men, that never touched that world championship.
True, very true.
You can argue a lot of opportunities did start being created because of Rhonda's name value. So I think she just really wants her credit, but she's going about it the wrong way.
Very much so. I would have to agree with that. But Ron, and one more thing to touch upon what you said, Councilman, in regards to her being all elite. I don't think that's going to happen. She has expressed openly that she enjoys watching her friend Marina Shafir over there and doing her thing. She doesn't want to interfere with that. She also has 2 kids and she wants to have more. So she doesn't think that there's any room in her lifestyle for that.
Come on now. You think fake TK ain't gonna make that stuff easy for her?
He'll do everything in his power to make sure that he divvies up the money to give her. Of course, absolutely.
The Jags won yesterday. The money gonna start coming in.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Don't be surprised. I said it on here. Ronda Rousey, all elite.
Yeah.
Just know you're not gonna touch Mercedes money now. That's
it ain't no time.
You can be like 4 or 5 rungs underneath that, but stay humble.
You can get you a cool 2 mil.
You know, yeah. Don't ask for more than that though. Like you.
Oh boy. Well, continuing to make herstory. Let's get into some Tiffy time for the councilman with his client here. Tiffany Stratton has openly declared that she is trying pretty much to hold a record. And that record is the longest title reign for the women's championship. She wants to be the longest women's champion ever. And that is actually a goal of hers currently. Her reign is at 245 days. And right now, the current holder of that long reign title is Bianca Belair with 419. Councilman, since this is your client, I'll have you speak first in this regard. How do we feel about the goals of Tiffany Stratton going forward? What do we see next for her? And will she be able to break that record?
I mean, let's face it. My client wants nothing but the best, which is why she's my client, because the councilman has nothing but the best. Okay. And with the way they are booking at SmackDown, she just might get it. Because outside of Bianca, who finna take it from her?
Nobody I know.
I was gonna say Binky ain't gonna let that happen. I think Bianca is not gonna let that happen. I feel like.
And but again, too, if it get up there, that becomes the battle.
Now, are we talking about this specific title or like any title?
This one specifically, she said.
I thought Bailey was the longest reigning.
No, Bianca is.
Bailey was longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion.
Mm-hmm.
But that's technically this belt,
right?
Huh.
See, that's would be the confusing part to me because
Bianca was on Raw when she got that record. I thought like all that pandemic era, ding dong hello, that Bailey got the longest one at that point.
No, hers was 300 and something. No. So she was, and then Bianca broke that.
And then Bianca broke that.
Yeah.
So we're saying Bianca is the longest reigning women's champion in the modern era for any title.
I think for the women's, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm all for it. I mean, any time for Tiffy time is my kind of time to be on.
Here's where I would disagree with that, just because the title reign has not been. It's not memorable, at least not yet. And I'm not gonna say it's not her fault. I'm gonna say it's by the challengers and the storylines they're putting around her. We've seen Nia many times, but there hasn't been like that straight up antagonist that makes you feel like, okay, we have something where you can do like a trilogy here. And they're doing that with Jade, but you already wet the bed with the 7-minute match. So it's like,
yeah,
am I going to look at a long title reign from Tiffany and say like, oh, this booking was great right now? No.
Yeah.
But no fault of her own.
Ain't my client fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's them and the way they book SmackDown. But we've been saying that anyway. Like, let's be honest. Ain't no title relevant on there except the WWE Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Whose fault is that?
Them old ass people in that writers' room. Because we ain't
It's Cody's fault. That's whose fault it is.
Well, everything initially is Cody's fault.
Oh God.
Yeah, that I could agree on for sure. But shout outs to Tiffany Stratton. To set goals for yourself is definitely a very important thing and a healthy thing and a good thing. So it tells me that she's continually on the right track as champion. And she's going to be totally fine. I just can't wait to see where we end up with her, with who will be the Joker to her Batman. You know what I mean? Like I just want to know.
If they hit it right, her and Chelsea could have a good rivalry run.
That could be good.
At one point, didn't they almost align them? Didn't they almost align them at one point?
No.
When Tiffy first started moving to SmackDown, no,
because remember she went right under Nia.
Oh yes, under Nia.
That's your only one. The only thing about it is Tiffy wouldn't get to the longest reigning if you go with Chelsea right now, because Chelsea would have to get that belt.
Yeah,
as hot as Chelsea's coming, she would have to get that belt.
Yeah, especially with coming off the US
right now.
Yeah, especially with the Team Canada thing right now, and especially with Ethan Page with up there for her, it's a wrap.
For sure. Yeah, she's literally got a whole little faction behind her too. Gosh, and not for nothing, she has like a
League of Nations back with Big Grande. Just do it all. Just do it all.
Back to the chaos. I want to talk about one more lady, who did make an appearance tonight with a very interesting vignette. Who's been making appearances the last couple of weeks on Raw with a couple of interesting vignettes. But this comes from Matt Hardy. I pretty much saw this on Wrestling Inc. The former TNA World Champion Matt Hardy has had lots of cool personas over the years. He personally thinks that there is a woman on the WWE roster who is currently kind of paying a certain kind of homage to his broken era. And that is none other than y'all favorite horsewoman, Bailey.
The best horsewoman. The best.
Y'all favorite horsewoman, Bailey, as I said. Yeah, so considering that what we saw in the vignette tonight for Raw, and we can go right into the Raw recap after this. Courtney, what do you see the direction of Bayley going? And do you think that Matt Hardy is assuming right in regards to Bayley kind of being broken?
We were just talking about this in Clash in Paris too. And I was telling this to Christina a couple weeks ago when we were on WWT. Yes, the broken part, but also there was something else that not many people catch, and it was the three personalities, because it was something she could do with McFoley doing Three Faces of Foley, because you had a hugger Bayley, you had a pandemic Bayley, and you had the current Bayley. But looking at what Matt said, I would not be shocked if it did go the broken route, especially on the promo we did see on Raw, and also seeing how the personalities are going to clash with each other. So I feel like Matt is playing up to something, but I would not be shocked if it was in homage to that route.
Like that. Said, and since we did see Bayley tonight, she was talking about making things right. Who could she be targeting in order to make things right? And what is she talking about?
The only thing that makes sense as far as a target is Bird Lady. For whatever they got going on, Lyra's been the only one that's checking in on Bayley with Pierce the past few weeks. But I mean, the split personality thing could be cool between the hugger, the role model, her current state, and bouncing between. I don't know if that's necessarily broken, and I've said this many times on this platform. I'm not your broken guy. I don't understand it. I don't like to suspend my reality that much. It's corny. I can't do it.
Whoa!
I ain't gonna lie. I love it. I'm an advocate for this.
I mean, it makes me. It's funny, but it's still like I'm like, really? I'm just at the end of the day, I'm just like, really?
You had to be there from the very beginning to see it, because I didn't understand it either.
That's really what it is. Yeah, you had to like. That's what I say about watching that show, Twisted Metal. Like, you either
Twisted Metal's fire.
Yeah, see, others don't like it. It's just kind of like, yo, so either you're in it or you're
not. Yeah,
Twisted Metal is a perfect blend of gore and comedy. So I'm with that. But like the broken stuff with like the lake and all this, I'll be like, come on, bro.
The compound, the Hardy compound.
The Hardy.
You low-key just flexing on me because you got a big house. I'm not here for it.
And King Maximus, like, come on, man. It was not for nothing. I didn't understand it.
It's so silly.
I didn't understand it at first, and I thought it was silly too. But my brothers, my loving little brothers that I love so much, they put me onto it because they were very much into the indie route. And it was the broken era with the Hardys had just pretty much kind of started, and it was like a few videos and weeks in. So I kind of just caught onto it right on time for them to be able to catch me up to be like, oh, okay, I can get on board with this. So it's literally something you got to catch like from the jump and consistently follow the timeline of how everything went, because it was perfect. It brought in his family and everything like that. You know what I mean? Like it recreated a whole nother wrestling family of its own. So, we were able to see Matt Hardy in a different light, you know, out of just being that version 1 Matt Hardy and stuff like that. It's like him and Jeff completely reinvented themselves with that broken era for sure.
Yeah, you had to catch it like with prime TNA when it was hot.
Yeah,
and they get like full creative control. That's when it was like, oh, okay, I see what y'all doing, man. I see it now. And then when adding Jeff and then Willow coming out and all that stuff, I'm like, it was something to be had. But it's also too like, if you're a fan of the Addams family, that's why you relate to it. It was like, yo, he gave us the Addams family for wrestling. And I'm just like, yo, come on, man, this is fire.
Yeah, for sure.
Until he got to you.
I do have a thought though. I couldn't help, and I saw that Dylan put it in the comments, because I did notice that there was a hugger Bayley silhouette in that vignette behind her. Now, I can't help but wonder, is this going to be, because we've heard in the first vignette after she spoke, it went black and it said, how about a hug, right? Are we going back to Hugger Bayley? But is it, I feel like we're going back to Hugger Bayley, but I don't think it's going to be in the way that a lot of people think. Like a broken hugging Bayley, you know, hug, like instead of, you know, hugging for good, hugging you so tight till you tap out, or till you just can't, or till you're pretty much just done in the ring and you're tapped out and the ref's got to stop the match? Or are we going to see this like kind of unhinged, crazed, Harley Quinn-ish kind of Bayley? Like, I can't help but wonder that it could really put a good spin on it. And we talked about this a while back. Like, there's a lot of things that Bayley has not done while being in WWE. An unhinged kind of Bayley is something that has not been done before. Is this something that we could see?
No, for sure. Like, character development, like, she's always good with her development. So I'm interested to see how she carries it, but hopefully they don't, let's hope they don't place training wheels on whatever it is. Like, I don't think there really needs to be a target, but it can just be like her slowly morphing on screen into whatever she's going to become. So I think you'll see some bits of the past. You'll see some bits of the hugger. I think we even get a ding dong hello episode, because why not? Where people ask like, hey, what's up with you? But hopefully, like, there's literally the writer's room, Unreal, whatever, we allow her to really unlock whatever she's been planning. And they see it through.
Literally see a slow slip into madness, shall we? I would kind of be here for that with Bayley. It's something that I would definitely want to see a more aggressive side. I've always liked Bayley in an aggressive setting where
you know what would do it for me too is if it's totally two different brands, but if they had Howdy like talk to her backstage at one point, so you can see it kind of like blend over time why she's starting to do this.
See, that's the thing I think.
That's fun. That's fun. I like stuff like that a lot. But let's get into the final story of the night. Let's recap it, y'all. Monday Night Raw was a hit tonight. It was pretty crazy. Besides what was shown here, there were a bunch of other results as well. Of course, we had AJ Lee returning for Monday Night Raw. We had Jimmy and Jey Uso confronting the Vision. El Grande Americano versus AJ Styles. By the way, it was his first loss. Lyra Valkyria versus Raquel Rodriguez. We even got Asuka and Nikki Bella. And then later on, we had Bronson Reed versus LA Knight, and Rusev and Penta as well, which was fun. What pretty much stood out to you guys this evening? Anything in particular, or what was your favorite moment, or something that you had your eye on for our next watch, Councilman?
This better be the last time Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are the main event. I'm tired of that closing the show. I'm letting y'all know that now. Like, really? The matches ain't bad, bro. Stop closing with that. Like, give me a clip, give me something else. It's the same shit for the last 6 to 8 weeks, and I done got tired of seeing that. And somebody I know on the socials mentioned it. Like, casual people probably loving this. Me, I'm like, bro, if I see one more match with these 4 people, I'm gonna crash out like Naomi. Give me something else to close this show out, yo.
Councilman, the tsunami parties, though. You ain't here for the tsunami parties? Listen, That's how I'll be trying to see them tsunamis get spam. 7 of them.
Thank you. Whoever uploaded this clip.
I'll take credit for that. I
Thank you.
I just did that about 30 minutes ago.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, I'm going to use that so much. Okay, babe. But we're not getting those.
Every now and then, I think they try to save it for big moments where you know you're going to write somebody off. But the tsunami party, I'm here for that every week.
But But that's the thing. We're not getting them. We're getting these spears. Then out the ring, and then Paul Levesque, exclusive producer, like, yo, please give me something else to close out the show.
I do have a little bit of like breaking news here.
Spears, oh my, like, isn't that?
Oh boy.
Yo, a little bit of breaking news. I just got a text from Adam Pierce that match between AJ and Big Grande have been expunged for the records. In fact, if you go back and try to watch Netflix again, it won't be there.
God.
It didn't happen.
I don't want to hear this. I do
didn't
not.
happen at all.
We're not going to
It's like beyond belief, fact or fiction. Didn't happen.
No.
He lost.
No. Not real.
No.
El Grande lost.
And that was his first pinfall loss, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I remember that.
I'm watching Monday Night Raw, and I just saw Big Grande come out and sing. He went back to the back. I didn't see none of that.
I know what happened. They stayed for the credits, and apparently there was a Men in Black neuralizer involved that pretty much made them forget. But I know what I saw.
I know what I forget.
I'm still watching right now, and I did see the the Penta and Rusev match, and shout out to Rusev for doing that work with Oba and NXT. If you guys saw that on the socials over the weekend, I think we're getting some really good.
I need that
Oba
on TV.
What I'm here for with Monday Night Raw is we finally got my favorite version of Big Jim back with the low brim, looking like Ice Cube. We got Ice Cube, Big Jim back.
Yes,
now you know it's about to be serious.
Low brim, Big Jim.
Too. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Low brim, Big Jim. I'm here for that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, really quick too. Anybody catch what AJ Styles said before his match began with Grande?
Yeah,
was it Grande? Yes. No.
Was that wasn't on the air though, right?
No,
they showed it.
No.
Or some people would have posting on socials. I don't even think it's. I was reading that it's not even on WWE socials. What he was saying about Gallus and Anderson not being here, Michin being on SmackDown. Somebody doesn't want him here. And I think the news came out that his contract is up in February, so this could be the wind down. But who in production could he be talking to besides Trips?
But they also said that he'd been talking to other promotions too, with his contract going up, and they said that portion aired overseas, so that's why we starting to see it swell. Hit socials and stuff like that, because that's when they saw it.
I can't help but wonder if it's Bruce Pritchard.
You don't think this is in character?
I'm not sure if it is or not.
I don't think so. I think because originally he was supposed to wrestle in the TNA thing and somebody scrapped it.
Yeah, him and Frankie Kazarian were supposed to have something, and that just completely
and they got scrapped. And the only thing was that we gonna have you just put over Leon Slater, and it was like,
damn. So you think this was a hot mic, and he just was getting his
Because the thing is too, because remember,
little mini pipe bomb.
Yeah, because Gallows and Anderson didn't know that they were getting released. And Mi Chen had also expressed one time that she didn't even know she wasn't in the club anymore. Like they just had to start going. But something I saw with Baron Corbin, he kind of called it out. He was like, things get kind of real iffy when contracts are about to come up and have to be re-signed. So he was saying what he found odd for him, especially, was that people will try to go negotiate these things, and at first they'll give them to you. Then all of a sudden they start switching it out. So like for him, his contract was going to be up in 6 months, and then they were like, "Yo, we're going to take you off of TV and stuff." So when it comes to time for him to renegotiate his contract, it's like, well, we haven't had you on TV for like the last 2 months. It's like, yeah, but I was in there actively for 2 years, and you took me off and didn't even tell me why. And if you notice, remember when him and Braun Breaker were real hot, all of a sudden Baron just disappeared. Wasn't on television. So then it becomes where they can lowball it a little bit more when you re-sign your contract. And he said he wasn't necessarily tripping because they doing business, but it starts to kind of wonder with that of like, it's always that thing. And this was something that even like what kind of even made me feel a certain way with what Rhonda was saying was, you don't have to necessarily deal with being in a business where it's all about checks and balances and personality. Like you've never been told, hey, you're not going to be on TV for the next 3 to 4 months because we just don't like where your character at right now. It's like, what does that mean? Like, what can I do? We don't know. We'll check back in about 3-4 months and then we'll get back to you. Wait.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. And all of a sudden now it's like, hey, we have to do some releases, so now we gotta let you go. But it's like, yo, y'all been having me on hold for 3 to 4 months because you said my character. Like, yo, what?
I feel like it's some like when it comes to some, I'm not speaking for all of them because I wouldn't freaking know, but I'm just assuming on my own because that's what it comes off as. You could read the energy of the superstars when they know they're happy to be there, and when you could tell they're miserable. Somebody back there or people back there, it turns into some real shady shit back there. to the point where they tell you what you want to hear or what they think you want to hear to your face, just to ease you down, so that way you can they could downplay it and be like, no, everything's all good, we're good, we're going to work with this, and we're going to make this program for you, and we're going to have it ready in like another month. So just hang tight, just show up, and just in case, because of course you got to be there anyway, just in case something does happen last minute and you need another talent back there. But then they come back with them a month later, say, get back to us in a month so we can start that program for you. And then all of a sudden, nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's unfair to these superstars. Like that's why we spoke about on kayfabe. And I initially said, I feel like the superstar that they are talking about, or whatever storyline they are currently building up, those superstars need to be in that room with those people, so that way they could get an idea of who the hell they're writing about or who the hell they're working with, because you can't just give them something that they can't relate to and just throw them into a storyline. You have to give them something that's going to click and connect with the audience. It's got to be something that connects with the superstar themselves as well.
But that goes back to them golden rules, that why we don't necessarily agree with Taker on certain things that he say, because it's them little golden rules that they got. Something that John said that I don't necessarily agree with, that I never went in there and said anything. Whatever they gave me, I just worked with it as. I'm like, well, that don't necessarily make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like that don't make no sense. And so it's just like, yo, like if this is something where my character is being portrayed, then like, yo, let me have a conversation about it. And then like if I'm having an attitude or something during these times, it's like, okay, now we're seeing where my mindset is and where I need to fix this as far as it's what we're trying to move forward to in the business. Because the only reason why the AJ thing is happening right now is because him and Dominic wanted to work together. Dominic wanted to wrestle with AJ Styles before he got out of here. So that's why you have that. So just imagine if that wasn't the case, will we even be seeing AJ Styles right now?
Exactly. I feel like this is the type of things that lead to results like what happened with Cross. Lack of communication, lack of being able to know your superstar, know that like you literally have them sitting there with the whole package. They got everything you need in the superstar to keep going forward, but you got nothing for them. Nothing. Because you got nothing for them, you gotta let them go.
Same thing with
this is we're not talking about something like Joe Schmo. This is AJ Styles.
Exactly.
So like,
absolutely.
Me personally, I'm choosing to live in the world of illusion on this and think that art imitates life. That this is going to mean something come February, and that delusion is, hey, give me one more match. Come on, Pacemaker, give me one more match.
Pacemaker.
With who?
Give me one more.
One
more. We talking to the person in Gorilla. Give me one more.
Bro,
John is done after this year.
No, he's talking about Trip.
Oh, you talking?
Yeah.
No, Trip can't take a bump, bro. Like,
Hey.
I'm talking about Kill Bill, 5 Palm Heart.
We just seen AJ Styles make sugar out of shit.
He done took 4 steps. He take one more, it's over.
No, that's
like,
over.
He
5-point palm exploded.
Yeah, he could have fallen out like David Carradine and he stepped in that ring.
The technology, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm choosing to live delusional.
No.
I'm gonna say, hey, he's talking to one man, and that one man gonna come out and address it.
I looked up the medical condition he had and the surgery he got, bro. Trip can't step back in that ring.
First of all, he said pacemaker had me dying. I thought you meant peacemaker. I'm like, John's gonna be gone, but you said pacemaker.
Come on, pacemaker. Iron Man. Iron Man.
Oh my God.
Let's do it.
Tesseract. That's the Tesseract.
Iron will to try to stay alive. Yes, bro. He can't do that. You notice Trip don't even do his angry thing no more. Like, welcome to. He don't even do that. You see how calm and stuff be. Are you ready?
Jeffrey says the only move he could do is spit out
water. He can't do that right no more. You notice he be
sipping.
He don't even do that. He just
come on, man. Bless.
No, because I'm just saying, bro. He left it all in the ring. He left it all.
TKO got access to the best doctors in the world. I gotta believe.
Oh my
Listen, man, this ain't neck injuries like Daniel Bryan and them, man. This
heart is a whole nother thing.
It's a heart. That's a different
shit.
Hey,
yo, that's
we saw Ric Flair resuscitate himself at the ring and keep going. Like it's
and guess what, bro? You and I saw Rick walking in LA. We saw how slow Rick was going. Come on now. Again, another guy. They left it in the ring. Don't go back. Don't go back.
All I'm saying is if February come and we see AJ take a pedigree, you heard it here first now.
If we do
that pacemaker technology is upgraded now.
Hey, listen, that's gonna be wild.
And speaking of, of course, injuries and things, and unfortunately, I see here some news that we got from De La sent in the chat here. Wardlow from AEW is feared to have a torn pectoral muscle, which would sideline him for more time. So, unfortunately,
that sucks.
He can't catch a break.
Just got back too.
He can't catch a break at all. So we wish him a very speedy recovery and recuperation.
But he's still gonna get a bag though when American Gladiators air. I think later this year.
Oh yes. Yep.
No.
Yeah, but shout outs to him, and shout outs to everybody in chat and you guys for joining us on this lovely edition of WWT Live. But before you go, do you need a coffee that won't powerbomb your sleep schedule? Well, then Savorista's got you. It's a premium craft decaf and half calf coffee with bold flavor, and the best part is no jitters. It's made from high altitude Arabica beans, naturally decaffeinated with no harsh chemicals, bourbon pecan decaf, minted mocha. Yeah, they're that good. So use the exclusive code for 25% off at savorista.com. You want to use the number 691793. And again, that is savorista.com, because cutting caffeine should not mean cutting flavor. So make sure you guys check that code out at the bottom there in that ticker. And get some coffee, man. You might need it. Might help you out. And it won't powerbomb your sleep schedule. You could sleep better. Indeed. But yes, y'all, we're pretty much at the end of that. That pretty much covers our WWT live show for this evening. Guys, what I forgot?
I know you got to leave, but we're not going to talk about what happened with AJ Lee.
Oh, well, we can't. I mean,
black eye.
Well, we were talking all throughout about AJ Lee a little bit here and there, so I figured definitely.
Okay, we officially got the match, the tag team match.
It's official. It is official. Seth Rollins,
and we got the Usos back against the Brahms.
Yeah, that added. Okay,
I don't know. I mean, if we got to close, I'll survey the chat. I do my thing on Wednesdays now. Do you guys want an official Raw post show in the chat?
Very true. I will join that post show.
I'll leave it up to you guys. And they're always chirping like, "Oh, this Mirror's never here." Tune in on Wednesday, damn it.
All right, fine. So you know what? Because Sindale's here and because she's been waiting for this segment, and because I love y'all so much, we'll give a little bit more time. Let's talk about it. AJ Lee, who wants to go first?
I love that we're stealing titles again. I think that should happen across all shows. Like, why does that not happen often? Like, what are you going to do about it when I drive off with the valet, get my keys and go, and like your title is with me for like the next 48 hours?
The fact that she was literally skipping out with it and then was like, oh my God, I totally forgot I had this on. So, oh my God, so sorry.
I had this on, my bad.
And just kissed it and threw the bell outside the ring.
But it looked good on her.
It does. It does.
I need her to skip with every one of these new titles right now.
No.
I wonder if AJ Lee can get a Chuck Taylor endorsement for her time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I can see that happening.
You need to, because I don't know what Seth Rollins got them Air Force One cowboy boots from, but she needs to get something.
Troy is killing this stuff with like these crazy ass outfits Becky and Seth have every week. It's like,
shout outs to King Troy.
I was like, yo,
I don't understand.
They was fired, and I was like, yo, they styling tonight.
Yeah,
Becky glasses went hard. I
almost thought she stole her outfit from Liv because it looked very Liv Morgan-ish, and I was just like, wait a minute, did you borrow something? But no, I doubt that. They don't recycle clothing because they only share each other's clothing pretty much. But they both look like they should. Like they are the couple that thinks they're the shit, that is overly done, over the top, so dramatic. And Becky crashing out the first few seconds, that camera being in her face, was probably the most hilarious thing I've seen.
That was hilarious.
I mean, still
and then she like, still get out my face. Like I like where this is going. Like even like the little things, even like the little things last week, like Friday, when after the fact Becky got slapped and she's thrown out the ring. Only then Seth and CM Punk goes in the ring. Only then Seth tumbles and stumbles over the barricade and just falling like clumsy. It's just like a good comedy parody movie between these two. She
was also selling it outside the ring because right before she was talking to AJ, she just told the fans to shut up in their face.
She really was. She literally crashed out on that dude saying "you suck" right in front of her. Not for like, hey,
shut up.
The chick, and you know what? Shout outs to the crowd for chanting for therapy. I love y'all for that.
Yes.
And since this is women's wrestling, we also saw Asuka take on Nikki Bella, and Nikki tried, y'all.
We knew she wasn't going like that. She was not ready.
I'm surprised she tapped.
If there's anybody who's not ready for, anybody who's not ready for Asuka, it's definitely Nikki Bella.
I'm not surprised she tapped. Remember, that's what Asuka going for. Asuka ain't going for pins no more. Asuka making y'all tap.
It wasn't even heel vibes either. Just like, yo, I'm better than you. Like,
she threw her down like this and was like,
"Come on, not for nothing. I'm here for rude and possessive Asuka. I like rude, possessive Asuka.
They need a strong heel.
And then
her little fan just be."
And then this little bit,
bro. I was like, I love it.
The little bit of having Kyrie still sticking around, about to say something, and then you hear in the back like Kyrie, and I'm just like,
hear her saying it, Kyrie.
Like, well, you better go. And she just like slowly dips. She be dipping out like Homer Simpson in that dip back in the bushes, backing into the bushes. But we're talking more about AJ Lee though. But,
no. We just we moved over to more women's stuff. So yeah, like I don't know what they're trying to do with Nikki. I don't know if we finna get another tag match. I don't know if that tag match is gonna reach WrestlePalooza, but it looked like we may be jumping into either Asuka versus Rhea, or if it's gonna be something with Asuka and Kyrie versus Rhea and Nikki and something like that. It's very interesting though.
It feels bad too, because now that AJ's back and Nikki's kind of like, oh, we forgot about you.
Right. That's what I said. I was like, yo, that's and I'm sorry. I'm talking because I'm talking. I've been talking my shit about it, man. Like, listen, if anybody had something to say about, yo, it's so good to have the person that made the women's division today as it is. Like, nah, the real one came back Friday. And now you are on mid-card.
There's no coming back from that.
I'm with Boza. Hill Nikki is
from that transmitted comment. Sorry, there's no coming back from it.
But if she went heel though, yeah, like if
she's just waiting on her sister to get here. Let's be honest, they're going to get a tag team title run. It'll happen. I don't know what's going on behind in the TKO scenes and why they can't just get over the fact that, hey, yeah, I'm married to Bryan Danielson. Like, get over it. Like, go get your bag on the Bella's gear and the Total Diva rewatches.
Right.
Like,
that's the thing, though. I don't
magic again. I'll happily take it.
But that's the thing. I don't think it's that. I really think it's Brie, because it's like, yo, like the last time I remember, like Daniel's in good standings with them. Like they had told him, like, yo, like they were gonna give him a full rollout job for him backstage. But the fact that he found out that he could wrestle again, that was his reasoning to move to AEW. Just because of that, they didn't want to risk it of him getting hurt and them not being able to like build with the schedule that he needed and stuff. So that's why he went to
PR from that too.
Yeah, I really just think it's Brie, because like, don't Brie got like 2 kids and stuff now with him?
Yeah, they got 2 kids.
She got 2.
Yeah, Brie mom. And you got to remember, like, it was something that and because they showed her in the highlights, so it's dope to see that. Caitlyn. Like Caitlyn was
yes.
and she
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh my god, Caitlyn.
Her having an interview and like she had said, like, yo, ain't no bad blood between us at WWE. She's still in communication with a few of them, but she was like, she'd come for a one-off, but nothing substantial, just because of the weight of being on the road, the weight of having to do all that traveling, be here, the constant training, the constant upkeep. And so, like, you think of somebody like Brie, whose like kids are still relatively very young, to like have to leave that and then be on the road the entire time, press runs, moving with all of these things. It's like, yo, that's a lot to step away from. And, you know, Nikki was already doing that and everything. So it's like, I can see it sounds like it's more Brie that they're trying to convince to want to come back.
I'll just say devil's advocate. There's a certain somebody that got a whole tour bus to bring his family with him. Why can't we make that happen for everybody?
Just saying. No reason why we can't.
It's hospitable. It's like you got all the stuff up in there. I don't know. You got extra room in the
no
bus, Cody?
We can't. It's a family
Can I
business.
get a ride, Cody?
Well, you know, well, I don't know if I can say this on here. Never mind. I had to say it offline.
All right, well, we'll wait then.
Also, before we get out, like the ending of Monday Night Raw, Jay spearing LA Knight, and then what Jimmy said to Jay earlier, could we be reheating the Bloodline saga back up, saying, hey, you sounding like Roman? And he said, like, okay, maybe what I was sounding like before ain't working. We might be getting a real heel Jay like he was in the Bloodline. And I don't know what that's going to do for the Yeet merchandise. Are y'all here for it?
I don't think we're going to get the heel version. I think you're just going to start to get more of the vicious side of him in the ring. It's
going to be Jay stepping in as the tribal chief, as Roman had always predicted.
Yeah. Like just how you saw, just how you said Jimmy went back to the brim hat. It's kind of like that with Jay. It's just like, yo, like, remember what Roman told him? It was like, yo, none of these people are your friend. Because even after he speared him, everybody yeeted when he did it. So it's just like, yo, like, and his stuff makes sense. Like, bro, I'm not your friend. I don't mess with you. I don't rock with you. You know that. I'm not here to pair up and be nice with you.
Jey Uso has always been loyal to his family, even when he had to stand up for himself and walk away from them. He still is there for his family no matter what. That much he's made clear. He's going back to being that right-hand man on his way to tribal chief mode. If you notice, like, the boys ain't having that much fun as far as coloring their hair anymore. They're kind of looking like how they did when they first turned into the Usos, creating that Uso penitentiary. So we could be
he ain't been wearing no colors lately either. He's been wearing black.
Yeah, he did cleaned up his act. So it's just like, if you think about it, it's like how we talked on kayfabe and we built the WrestlePalooza card. It's just building more to that Yeet versus Yeah. And I think that's what we're kind of shaping into. But I think we're going to start seeing a more aggressive side of Jey Uso in the ring.
That's nasty that Jay got to be the heel in that match, because I think he's way more over than LA Knight ever was.
Oh, that's the thing. I think you're going to start. I think this is just me. I think we're going to see the reverse. I think you're going to start to see LA Knight go a little more heel.
Wasn't he a better heel in NXT? Am I tripping?
No,
that's how he was introduced.
But if you think about it, he really ain't necessarily stopped being
LA's a tweener.
Yeah, like he's really kind of in that tweener, like she said. Like,
yeah,
and he just ain't playing dirty. That's really it. But like, he's always still been about him. He's still always talk crap, and he's always still do what needs to be done for him.
It's more so Jey Uso's attitude that's being adjusted a little bit. And not necessarily, honestly, you don't even need either of them to be a heel or a face. At the end of the day, this is how you split the crowd up and make the crowd go crazy. Because now you got these two big fan favorites. Who you picking?
And then show me who's the next up between the two of them to rock this belt. Because even if CM Punk beats Seth for it, CM Punk is not going to be champ for a long time. And I'm not saying not because he can't do it, but the fact of, I don't think he would want to hold it that long. This dude is now interested in building up the company again and a lot of the people that's in here. So it's like, yo, when the next chapter comes, who is going to be the top dog? And as much as, like I'm bitching about the main event being the same people, all of these people are going to be the next headline.
Yeah.
these are the people who are going to close out WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to see which one is going to bypass the other one. In WrestleMania, are we going to be eating or are we going to be saying, yeah?
It's going to be like, I got a perfect example for what that match is going to be like. It's going to be like Y2J versus HBK. To where the point where you couldn't hear shit. Like it's kind of like that Hogan Rock effect, but more so Y2J and HBK, because you couldn't tell what the crowd was saying, if it was Y2K or HBJ or whatever the hell. It's gonna be and yeets all over the place, and it's just about who's the better man that wants it, who's the hungrier one, who's the one that deserves it and has earned the right to be on top. And not for nothing, LA Knight made good points. Every single member of the bloodline is the reason why he has not held that any titles yet. Well, the main title yet. So that's a big point, and I like the long-term storytelling throughout it all. So I can't wait to see more. I'm not sure who I'd be picking in that part, but I'll burn that bridge when I get there, Cynthia. Because honestly, but that was Courtney, go ahead. What were you gonna say, Courtney?
No, I wasn't going to say nothing. I was actually laughing about that. I said, well, that's going to be a longer bridge because that's going to be a fun storyline.
Yeah. War Games is going to be wild by the time we get to it. I don't know how it's going to look.
It's just going to be interesting, though, because, look, Jay got a new shirt. LA Knight got a new shirt. But if I'm saying anything, man, like both of these, like if anything, if you looking at it right now, this is like, I know you gave HBK and Jericho. This is Rock and Stone Cold. This is your new Rock and Stone Cold.
This is your Rock and Stone Cold with these two. You finally have your two top guys.
And I mean, promo wise, audience wise, like this, I would not be surprised if these are the two you're gonna see being frequent rivalries all the time.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, like I know Jim is running around right now, but it's like, yo, I feel like you're gonna see title swaps between these two go for the next maybe 5 to 8 years. Because these two both need it, they both want it. Neither one can afford to fall back down right now, especially with LA Knight just coming to Raw, and Jay cannot. Jay just showed what his biggest fear is. I cannot go back to tag teaming with my brother. I will give you this for WrestlePalooza because we on ESPN. You need to see tag team action. What I cannot do is fall out of relevancy to where y'all got to pair us up again. That's what I don't want. And I know that's not what Jim wants. It's like, yo, I need to get back to that world title picture. And especially with Roman telling me, yo, don't trust, screw all these people. If it ain't your family, F them. That is literally the deep don't trust anybody segment.
Austin, Stone Cold.
Literally, that's a callback to it. It's like, yo, we seeing it right here. All for the all of them, how Raw ended, all of those people are going to hold a world title within the next 8 years.
I love it. Love it. Interested. I'm interested to see how that goes. I'm also interested to when we finally see Asuka versus Io. As much as I don't want to put my girls together, I can't help but feel like that's going to be the end game. And that's going to be nasty. I can't wait for that. But lots of cool stuff to look forward to. We also got NXT coming up.
Too bad it's not going to be for a world title, though.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Because we know who's about to win that match, man.
Oh, man. Don't do it. Don't do it to her. Don't do it to her.
Come on, now. Come on, man. The fact she ain't been on television either, it's like, yo, y'all saving her.
They really are. She's the bomb.
Because the thing is, I'm telling you, a lot of people not catching that with that. Yo, this is where you're going to start to see that world title be defended on Raw often. Because you remember her NXT run.
Yeah.
Now imagine this on Raw. Like, this girl is not finna stop.
No, not at all.
I'm curious about that. She hasn't been on programming at all. And didn't they I know they announced the match for WrestlePalooza, but what did Pierce tell EO earlier tonight about the match or the contract signing being canceled? Something?
Yeah, because it was already technically made official, so they don't need a contract signing.
Yeah, they kind of announced it as official before they.
Something's afoot, man.
Yeah,
something's afoot. And you know what? We didn't lost one. I'm looking at you, Miles Bourne.
Oh my God!
You know
I'll be tight. Listen.
Don't even go there. Don't even go there. That's personal.
Ain't on TV in a few weeks. They got to do all the check. I'm looking at you, Miles Bourne.
Oh my goodness!
And that last post I saw she had on social, I was like, Stephanie look a little thicker. Wait a minute.
Anyway.
Hey, look, go watch that video she just put up, and tell me she's
always been thick.
No, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, honey. Like, go look at that and be like,
don't play with me, Miles. We'll steal your hearing aids.
Yeah, bro. Miles will be on your
head. Yeah, that's it. I'm pulling the plug. That's it. We gotta go. That's our
we gotta go.
It's on here.
It's time to go home, y'all. It's time to go home.
Yeah,
but that's all for this.
Play with my La Primera, goddamn.
Yeah, bro. I can't have two of my favorites out. Nah, bro.
I guess we'll leave it at that for WWT Live this evening.
Next time, get a sponsorship from Trojan. All right.
Oh my God.
Tighten these boys up for her pleasure. Anything. Icy hot. Do something, bro. We need our stars here.
Oh my God.
Okay. I'm not sure who I'm picking first. You know what? Yeah. Courtney, where can everybody find you?
I interesting segue. I mean, the people can find me chirping periodically on WWT's Live. Wednesday, we're back with Timeless Elite Wednesday. It's the final week of Philly residency, and two of my ladies will be competing on. I'm just like, yes.
I'm sorry, Courtney.
Proceed, Courtney. It's just comments. Proceed.
I'm just like,
take us home, Courtney.
Well, the people can find me chirping periodically on WWT Live. You know, Wednesdays are Timeless Elite Wednesdays because Wednesdays you get to spend it with me. Because we're on the road to All Out in Toronto, and it is the final week of residency of Philadelphia. Because you'll see two of my ladies in action on Wednesday. And also you can follow on my socials at CourtneyJ11 because I still have content from the residency for AEW. If you have not checked it out, please go see a show. It's been incredible with the residency. They're wrapping up their final week. Make sure to follow ISBW Wrestling because we got some shows in fall and holiday season. And Honey and I will be at 90s Wrestling Con later this month.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Said, besides stealing Miles Bourne's hearing aid, where else can the people find you?
I don't want to be found. I got to address something real quick. Cindel, you see this face? You see this face? That's what you're going to see on Wednesday. That's where you can find.
You need to open it just like that, zoomed in with just like that.
CEO Wednesdays. The mayor's here all the time. You know what? While our fearless leader out in Bangladesh doing God who knows what, the mayor's just here holding down the fort. Said is the answer on the social. Says on the Twitter feed. We do content here. We give you engaging content. I know Survivor Series is coming up. I might be at Worlds Collide on Friday. We'll see. Might be a Survivor Series in San Diego. We'll see. Might be at Anaheim's Monday Night Raw coming up. We'll see. But what you do know is Monday nights, Wednesday nights, sometimes Friday nights, the mayor is here holding down the fort.
That's a crock of shit, but okay.
That is so wrong.
Go ahead, Councilman. Where can everybody find you?
You simply find me at 5 letters, 1 word, bang bang, ski.
Oh my God.
Flip it.
I should have saved that for last. Oh my God.
Oh
Dylan, I'm making please do that. Please do it, Dylan. Please. Oh my God. Anyway, you guys can find me here Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays with WWT Live. You can find me every week with the Kayfabe podcast as well. All things Wrestling with Honey on the socials, Wrestling with Honey podcast, and website wrestlinghoney.com. Dropping 2026. So make sure you like, subscribe, and I have nothing else to say. I have no words except for that. This was Women's Wrestling Talk, and this is the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. And we'll see you later on in the week, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.